Well, thank you very much for having me. This actually 16 and a half years in the entertainment business kind of fulfills a goal. To be in Decatur, Illinois. In 1993, I was a lighting fixture salesman living in San Diego, California. I'd never seen the Pacific Ocean before. I'm a farm kid from Indiana. I'm out there selling lighting products. On Halloween, my buddy says to me, "What are we going to be for Halloween?" And I said, "You're going to be a Secret Service man, and I'm going to be Bill Clinton." And so up to the line walks me, Bill Clinton, with my Secret Service man, and I start shaking hands and playing in the crowd, saying, "How you doing, Biscuit? How'd you like to find out what it means when I say I'm a hands-on politician?" And everybody thinks it's pretty funny. Nightclub manager sees what's going on, comes back to the back of the line, takes me to the front. Lets me in, doesn't charge me admission, starts buying my drinks. I've been a politician 5 minutes and I'm working the system already. They keep asking me, am I offended that Barack Obama did not take Hillary to be his running mate? The truth is, I believe that she would be a much better running mate for John McCain. He knows what it's like to be tortured. The big break came in 2001: A Space Travesty, a comedy movie starring Leslie Nielsen, comedy legend Leslie Nielsen, co-starring Damian Mason. For 45 minutes of screen time, I'm on there acting as Bill Clinton in 2001: A Space Travesty. Now, how many people have seen that movie? But ultimately, I'm very proud of my rural roots. You know, people always say, "Do you have a degree in theater? You know, you've done movies and you do comedy and stage. Do you have a degree in theater?" Well, God, no. If I had a degree in theater, I'd be waiting tables in Los Angeles right now. I went to the bike shop to get my bike fixed. I was going to be enjoying my farm for a weekend in between travel, and they said they'd fix my mountain bike. I went back and it was not fixed, and I stormed out of there because I only had this one weekend to go mountain bike riding with my wife. Before I even got back to the farm, my cell phone rang, and it was George DeWeese, who owns this little bike shop. He said, "Damian, I understand that you left in a huff." And he says, "I'm sorry, we didn't have the parts." He says, "Turn around and come back in here." I said, "What?" He said, "Listen, I don't think you'd get it. This is Warren, Indiana. There's only a couple thousand people in this town. I've got this bike shop as a hobby. But next door is my Maytag appliance store." He said, "Your wife was in here when she came in and brought those bikes in, and she was cruising around. I understand you're building a place out there in the country." He said, "I make my living selling washers and dryers and refrigerators and stoves, dishwashers. You turn around and come back in here. You take any of these new bikes off the shelf and you go and ride them all weekend. Because I don't want to lose your appliance business over bikes that I couldn't fix because I didn't have the right parts." He said, "I want your business. Come in here and use whatever bikes you want, but please think of me when you buy your appliances." Now, where do you suppose we bought our appliances? Do you suppose we even checked the price? Sure, he's competitive. He's within $50 or something. What difference does it make? He understands his purpose in business. I would remind you, when you leave, when you go home, if you want to tell somebody what you learned, you just reiterate that little story, because yes, it's tough out there. Yes, there's a recession going on. Yes, consumer spending is down. I read the paper. I catch out the Wall Street Journal. I get it. But if you can be that clear and succinct in defining your purpose, understanding what it is you do, as George DeWeese, this simple little Maytag guy in Warren, Indiana, seems to understand it pretty well, doesn't he?